Hello everyone and welcome as we lead into Summer Splashdown. Nutrius X making his debut here at the MFPW in the ring. And alongside Brian Murphy, I'm Ferran Burgundy. Let's go to the ring. And here is Silver Lobo, El Lobo de Mexico, the Wolf of Mexico.
Absolutely. Over the past few years, he has really cut his teeth at the world-famous Monster Factory, really dedicating himself. I have seen him in the gym, spending extra time after practice, putting in the time. But Nutrius X, man, what a resume, working for over 55 different companies. We'll see if the experience can match up against the time put in at the gym.
Well, and just being well-traveled in general here. I did try to speak to him before we started here, and he said he wanted his actions in the ring to speak for him.
They're certainly speaking out. Look at the way he's driving back Lobo, having a little bit of a height advantage. Lobo a little bit with a weight advantage. And, oh, some disrespect there.
Where's the loot at, huh? This guy ain't got nothing on me.
I mean, his moniker is non-stop Nutrius X, and definitely showing it with that forward drive there, to be sure. As we standing side headlock here from Silver Lobo.
Impressive how he was able to really force down his opponent's head. And look at Lobo being able to squat down, keep his position, and able to now reverse the headlock. Calling on the Monster Factory faithful for support.
You could hear that resonate throughout the arena. Oh, goodness.
I'll take in Lobo a little bit off his feet. Reverse, though. Man, what a snap. I've seen him practicing this roll-up combination. Didn't quite get it this time. Now up for the body slam. Back to the cover.
And the Silver Lobo looking for the support of the crowd here.
Taking his time, but oh, got caught for it. Driven by Nutrius into the turnbuckles. Now Nutrius.
Head of steam, but right into the boot. Perched up there on the middle rope, the most dangerous rope, and unique offense there, only garners a 2.
I know we say where the head goes, the body follows, but man, he using his arms to direct the rest of Lobo off the top turnbuckle. Now, wrenching down on that shoulder area where he fell.
Yeah, just very honed in, just seeing a body part and going right for it.
You saw him getting into it with the referee a little bit there. I wonder if that's a tactic he uses at all the different locations he's been able to travel to, or if he has to feel out the ref at some point in the match, see what he can get away with.
Well, there's always that little bit of a learning process, almost in the same way that a baseball player, a batter, may have to figure out what an umpire's strike zone is.
Lobo finding his zone as he's finding a second wind, a second life.
What a backbreaker there, too, and a half before the left shoulder gets up.
And what a victory that would be for the young Lobo up against somebody with so much experience across the United States. Lobo just starting out here in his career, but nonetheless, an impressive effort. The transformation by the Silver Wolf. Oh!
Oh, he calls that the final exam.
And look now how nimble he is through the middle rope, up to the top. Oh!
Frog splash all the way from the top, and that is going to do it.
Well, it wasn't Lobo's day. I know that he'll be back, but what an impressive showing from Nutrius. The agility from this man.
Yep, he said that he wanted his action in the ring to speak for him, and I think it spoke loud and clear here in his MFPW debut.
Well, we got a lot coming down the way for Summer Splashdown. Several title defenses. Of course, our main event, the new heavyweight champion, Brett Waters, defending against the man he took that title from, Classy Max Sterling.
A golden contest. Get the forward call with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 163 pounds, the Rebel Rocker, Matthews.
Well, here's the Rebel Rocker, Adam Matthews. We mentioned debuts, another debut here in the MFPW.
When I saw this guy first start out, man, the man he has become now.
From Danville, New Jersey, weighing 180 pounds, Lover Boy, Larry Jackson.
A bit of a unique response here to Loverboy Larry Jackson.
You can see his demeanor. He seems a little miffed, a little, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but pissed off. You know, Connors or Matthews, pardon me. He's just excited to be here. He's excited to be in this ring, feel that rocker lifestyle. But Larry, you know, I think he's aspiring for something greater.
Well, he's been kind of on his own, has Larry Jackson, as of late, has at least taking a bit of a step away from the tag team action that we had seen in the past here, and now trying to go about it on his own. And yeah, a bit of a different demeanor, a different look here as action picks up, looking for the hip toss and gets it, does Matthews.
He's been maybe missing out on a little bit of pillow talk, but Matthews keeping pace with him.
Certainly. Now setting up here possibly for a suplex. No. Instead decides to face plant Loverboy Larry Jackson.
And Matthews was telling me about all the bands, all the stage presence that...
Oh, look at that. An abdominal stretch. Trying to play the guitar a little bit there as well.
Loverboy pulling on the hair is something he's very familiar with, but not legal. Not legal here in professional wrestling.
I just had to let that soak in for a moment. As now Loverboy Larry Jackson just torquing on the arm in the corner here.
Yeah, Matthews needing that arm to be able to play guitar, but yeah, he's told me about the rock and rollers over the years that he's taken some inspiration from classic 80s bands. You know, but Larry Jackson feeling a little bit like a rock star. I think he's underestimating his competitor debuting here tonight.
I mean, there could be a possibility of that as we see the lateral press here, not bothering to hook the leg, and you can see a very forceful kick out on the part of the Rebel Rocker, Adam Matthews. Certainly not going to go down quietly.
No, sir, that's never been his attitude, especially at this stage in the game. He has built too much at the factory here. He has built too much confidence at practice. Oh. Some of that hard work paying off.
Well, while you're talking about practice, we're talking about the game here, and this is the first game for Adam Matthews, and well, that boot to the face certainly putting a halt to things and almost a halt to a thought of victory.
Now Larry Jackson squeezing off the air, taking some of the breath away from Matthews.
Now back up to a vertical base, trying to get some separation with those elbows to the midsection, and a right hand will certainly do it as well.
And really hit a meaty part of him there, gaining that second win once again. Remaining, nimble, getting that back elbow.
And getting the Pele kick in there as well.
Drawing on the Monster Factory faithful, of course, everybody here wanting to see these young talents succeed.
Oh, looking for the ripcord perhaps, and
Oh,
wow!
Code Red.
Destroyer, Code Red, and a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes, 39 seconds. The winner of this bout, the Rebel Rocker, Adam Matthews.
And all that time, all that stage presence paying off in this man's debut. What a match. What a debut for Adam Matthews.
Certainly impressive, and certainly a bright future looks to be had for the Rebel Rocker.
Of course, another title match on the way this evening. Ollie Rock Express challenging for the tag titles they lost to World Renowned. That on our main show, but this main event, I'll tell you what, I'm very excited for this. Two men that challenged Ollie Rock Express for those titles now going up against each other. And man, what scrappy guys, what just downright fighters.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 205 pounds, the Broad Street Bully, Jake Manley.
You can see utilizing that amateur background, kind of warming up with those knees. I remember that from middle school.
Absolutely, the Broad Street Bully.
From Arlington Park, weighing 252 pounds, Tyson, McQuaid.
Now, Tyson McQuaid certainly looking impressive as always. As the bell sounds here, coming off of a victory over the Dark Oracle.
Now, when these two tagged up together, for a team that had not tagged before, they were pretty functional. They were pretty cohesive. I think they want to find out, though, who was the better man of that pairing. Out of both these brawlers.
Yeah, I think they want to figure out, all right, who was the strength of the impromptu team and who was the proverbial weak link. And
Oh.
you know there's that bragging rights in there as well. And what a forearm to the back, now floating over.
And he kept a tight lock on, one arm always in control on that float over. That's that amateur background you were talking about.
And I mean, you see in more scholastic style wrestling, amateur wrestling, that you have different weight classes here. I mean, this is a good 30 plus pounds that Jake Manley's giving up.
You see it on display right there. I think that's that dynamic as we get into some gator rolls. That's the strength versus the technical ability of Jake Manley. Tyson McQuaid tossing him like a rag doll.
Getting a 2 count there.
Oh, Manley's telling me about this new persona, this new philosophy he's adopted. The Broad Street Bully. You know, he's fed up. He's fed up with feeling like he might be second best, but he wants to keep command. Just like that.
Right in the upper shoulders and the spine there, but not able to get a 3 count. Now adding a little bit of smack talk to the mix. Living up to that bully moniker for sure.
He's willing to displace all that frustration onto his opponents. And again, you see him taking a little bit of advantage here, using Tyson's weight against him.
Well, it's one of those brain versus brawn type things.
Man, what an arch on that suplex, rolling through now.
Oh, ref counting the shoulder.
Wow! Look at that
Rolling
flip.
Thunder 2-0.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see acrobatics coming out in this style of match, but it shows you never know what you're going to get. at the world-famous Monster Factory.
Well, that also speaks to the versatility of Jake Manley.
Absolutely, a great deal of strength on his own. That technical ability really paying off for him. And, oh, these strikes.
That first one I could feel in my thoracic bone to the spine.
I've been trying to get that crick out on my neck, too. I think I might need to talk to Jake after this.
I think that's a risk-reward thing there. I wouldn't recommend it.
Tyson McQuaid finding his reward. Man, what a belly-to-belly.
And a little close to the ropes, but able to kick out at 2.
And you can see just in one move how the whole dynamic has shifted.
But you can also see the result of the damage done, and now raking the eyes out of the ref's view.
That's that bully mentality. Now grabbing him.
Snaps up into a cutter, 2 and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. The winner of this bout, the Cross Street Bully, Jake Manley.
Man, and what a unique variation of a cutter. I think one that I have never seen before. Tyson McQuaid, all that power, all that strength. What an impressive athlete. But Jake Manley using that technical ability to get that win tonight.